With the help of XRP Ripple, crypto experts say that a new group of millionaires will be made soon. They said that the value of XRP could go up to $2,200. That's pretty cool, right? Watch this whole video. Let's get right to the point without any more nonsense. Notice of this new move by Coinbase is making a lot of noise in the XRP market, applying for permission to offer XRP futures through its derivatives arm. This news, which was first reported by bull runners, has caused a lot of excitement and debate about how it might affect the price of XRP and the way the market works. It has been revealed by Coinbase Institutional that its subsidiary Coinbase Derivatives has filed with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission to self-certify XRP futures contracts. If everything goes as planned, the XRP futures contract will begin trading on April 21st. This will give buyers a safe and cost-effective way to get exposure to XRP. Traders can bet on how much an asset will be worth in the future with futures contracts. This can make the market more liquid and draw institutional investors. XRP has had a hard time for a long time because of unclear US regulations. This could be a big turning point for the coin. If Coinbase is able to successfully launch XRP futures, it will show that institutional interest is rising and strengthen XRP's credibility in the eyes of both investors and regulators. The acceptance of XRP futures could be good for the asset in a number of ways. First, it could increase trading volumes because both big and small traders will have more ways to use XRP in a safe setting. Higher liquidity often means more trading, which makes it easier for big investors to join and leave positions without letting prices slip too much. XRP futures could also bring in a new wave of investors who want to speculate. Trading in futures markets often involves traders who leverage their accounts, which means they can control more XRP with less money. Not only does debt raise the risk, but it also makes price changes bigger, which could make XRP very volatile, both up and down. Historically, the start of trading in futures for big cryptocurrencies has caused prices to move. For instance, when Bitcoin and Ethereum futures were launched and backed on exchanges like the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, more people and institutions started to use both currencies. XRP could go through the same thing. Many people think that the fact that Coinbase is backing XRP futures could cause the price to go up. People in the US trust Coinbase more than any other cryptocurrency exchange. Its derivatives platform has already started trading futures contracts for Bitcoin and Ethereum. If XRP is added to this list, it could bring in institutional traders who have been avoiding the currency because of regulatory uncertainty. The new money coming in from derivatives players is a big reason why Coinbase could cause the price of XRP to go up. In spot trading, investors have to buy the real asset. Futures contracts, on the other hand, let traders bet on price changes with less money. Large institutional players could now join the XRP market without having to hold the token itself. This would make trading more active overall. Also, institutional investors only trade derivatives on sites that are regulated. Coinbase is successfully bridging the gap between traditional finance and crypto by adding XRP futures to the mix. This makes XRP a more appealing investment option. Many people in the XRP community were happy about the news, but some were quick to criticize how Coinbase Institutionals wrote its initial statement. A removed post called the product Ripple Futures, which caused a backlash from people who own XRP. For years, people have been confused about the difference between XRP and Ripple, the company. Adam, who used to use Coinbase, blamed the site for the mistake, saying that it should know the difference by now. Ripple Futures is not it. This is XRP Futures. They are a company. The digital product is called XRP. But now for the real question, how high can XRP get? We already know that Coinbase's move could cause prices to go through the roof. But what do experts think? Could the price of XRP reach a new all-time high? I promise that some of these predictions will blow your mind. Let's look at what the best analysts think will happen with XRP in the future. So the excitement around XRP keeps growing, especially since the market thinks the digital asset will break out soon. Analysts, crypto fans, and members of the media are all expecting huge price changes. Some say that people who own XRP could see their investments turn into life-changing amounts of money. An important person in the media, named John Squire, thinks that everyone will wish they had bought XRP today in 5 years. He is optimistic even though the price of XRP recently dropped. Squire is still sure of himself and says that the future looks good for people who own XRP. Steph, who is also a well-known figure in the crypto world, agrees with this and says that the next big price jump in XRP could make a lot of people rich. These big claims aren't completely made up. XRP has a history of sudden price jumps that have surprised people in the market, especially when people are accumulating. For what kind of growth do we care about? Could the price of XRP skyrocket so high that early buyers would no longer need to worry about money? The numbers start to look good when we think about the chance of retiring early. David, XRP Lion, a well-known person in the XRP community, recently said that people who own XRP could become millionaires as the price of the token goes through the roof. But is that really likely? The idea that XRP could help buyers retire early is based on a number of possible price outcomes. Let's say an investor has 1,000 XRP, which is worth $2,020 right now. To reach the goal of $1 million, the price of XRP would have to 500-fold rise to $1,000 per token. This may seem impossible. It is important to know that XRP has grown very quickly in the past. Many people thought it would never hit those high points in 2021, and the overall trend of the crypto market is still one of fast investment and new ideas. Even though XRP has had problems recently, its past success gives us reason to be hopeful. XRP has grown by an amazing 252% in the past year, much faster than Bitcoin's 26% growth during the same time period. Since it was first released, XRP has gone up in value by more than 350 times, making early users very wealthy investors. A well-known cryptocurrency account called Bullify also added an interesting tweet. XRP is going to blow people away. Huge numbers are all over the chart. It's about to blow up for XRP. It's clear what this means. Many people are getting ready for a big price change, but no one knows when it will happen or how high XRP will go. We also can't forget about XRP Ripple's newest agreements. Believe me, what's going on behind the scenes will change everything. XRP is quietly but firmly setting itself up to take over the crypto space. This could be the best sign of a bull market ever. Don't miss the next thing. So it's getting clearer every day that XRP could be used all over the world, especially since more standard banks are moving toward blockchain-based solutions. Bank of America, a huge name in finance, has publicly stated its willingness to accept crypto funds. This is one of the most important changes. This is a big step toward more people using cryptocurrencies, and it could be what makes XRP's price go through the roof. Since it joined RippleNet in 2020, Bank of America has been slowly looking into how to use blockchain technology in its international banking systems. The on-demand liquidity option from Ripple, which uses XRP as a bridge currency, could be very important in this case. Not only would Bank of America's legal use of XRP in its payments infrastructure make it more popular, but it would also make it much more useful in a lot of different financial services. It means that XRP could be a key part of making standard cross-border payments cheaper and faster, which is something the financial world has been desperately looking for. Now though, this is where things get interesting. Adoption around the world doesn't just mean more people using XRP, it means a huge change in how standard financial systems work. Steph just tweeted, "America is getting better and stronger than ever. Now, the reset is on. Under the new rules, XRP will do very well.